Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. PSG step up interest in Paul Pogba. PSG want to partner Paul Pogba with Jadon. Mino Raiola has met with PSG's president to talk about Paul Pogba and also Moise Kean. Kimpembe said that PSG would welcome Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba is refusing to rule out an exit from Manchester United. Pogba is refusing to extend his contract with Manchester United. Pogba's current contract expires next year, because last season we triggered that 1-year extension on his contract. Not so long ago it said that Pogba was not in contract negotiations with Manchester United. Sky Sports News said Manchester United opened talks with Paul Pogba's representatives over a new contract. We fear losing Paul Pogba on a free transfer. We fear that he's running down his contract to leave on a 3. But Solskjaer's come out and said that he hopes Pogba stays and signs a new contract. But he has had a long-running transfer saga, so he's been linked with a move to PSG. Real Madrid have been linked with him. There's been a lot of rumours of him going back to Juventus. Pogba did endure 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Manchester United. There has been talks of a Cristiano Ronaldo and Paul Pogba swap deal. He's been linked with Inter Milan before and Barcelona. We've been getting the best out of Pogba in recent months. He does bring creativity to the team. And in some games last season, we played him in an advanced role. He's much better in an advanced role than he is in a deeper role. Pogba recently said he has more freedom with France than Manchester United. He's our most expensive signing at the moment because we paid £89 million for him. And he's endured 5 seasons at the football club since he rejoined. Mino Raiola has been desperate to get his client out of the football club. He was doing a lot of talking last season. He obviously came out and said he doesn't give a fuck if he doesn't take another player to Man United as long as his clients are happy. He also criticised Sir Alex Ferguson for forcing Pogba out of the club when he was younger. He said last season as well that he's got no intentions of destabilising his client's season. And he made an admission saying that he was working quietly on Paul Pogba's transfer to avoid offence, because Mino Raiola doesn't have a good relationship with Man United and he's been criticised a lot. And he made an announcement back in December last year regarding Pogba, and Solskjaer was furious with Mino Raiola's announcement. He said as well, Mino Raiola, last season that Pogba wants to win trophies at Man United or at another top European club. He said his future is in doubt. But I hope he stays for next season. Pogba's won 3 trophies so far at the club. That's the Europa League, the League Cup and the Community Shield. We had him when he was a lot younger under Ferguson, but we had to let him go due to limited appearances. Now, you know the news on Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund. Manchester United are very confident of completing a transfer for Jadon Sancho after further talks were held. Fabrizio Romano has given us more of an update on Sancho. He said all parties involved in Man United's pursuit of Sancho are confident a deal will be agreed this summer. Romano also said that the personal terms and the agent fees have been agreed with Sancho since last week. And he said last weekend that we contacted Jadon Sancho's camp. But yeah, the personal terms have been agreed with Sancho on that. We've offered him a 5-year contract worth around £350,000 a week. We'll just need to come to an agreement now on a fee. Borussia Dortmund believe that Woodward is willing to pay £80 million for Sancho. He said Man United are around 11 million short of Jadon Sancho. And Borussia Dortmund said on Monday they believe Sancho to Man United could be done by the end of this week. We had an opening offer of £67 million rejected for Sancho. Jadon Sancho already has a gentleman's agreement with Dortmund to join Manchester United. We've been in for Sancho now for like the last 2 years or so it has been a long-running transfer saga. Dortmund have obviously lowered their asking price from what they was demanding last summer, because last summer Dortmund's valuation was £108 million and we was only willing to pay so much up front. But Sancho to Man United last summer was extremely close, because like I said to you before, the terms were agreed, the agent fees were agreed, and a contract was agreed. Dortmund set a deadline last year. They said we had until the 10th of August to sign the player. We missed out on that deadline, so Sancho remained at Dortmund. But there's always been something in Sancho to Man United because it's been stemming from reliable journalists. You know, Fabrizio Romano, he's spoken a lot about the Sancho saga, and so too has Christian Falk from Bild. Solskjaer's made it clear that he wants 4 more signings when Sancho to Man United is official. Jadon Sancho's endured 4 years at Dortmund. Dortmund paid just £7 million in from Man City back in 2017. He's got a contract with Dortmund until 2023. The reason he left Man City is because he didn't get assured any first team opportunities. He said if we fail to sign Sancho, we'll look to make a move for Kingsley Coman from Bayern Munich as an alternative. Earlier on today, I spoke with you about Raphael Varane. I think Varane will join Manchester United or PSG. Now, reports from Spain said not so long ago that Raphael Varane doesn't want to come to Manchester United. He wants to go to PSG, so he wants to make a return to France. Now, the Manchester Evening News said yesterday that Man United had a £50 million bid rejected for Varane because Real Madrid are demanding £80 million. Mundo Deportivo said not so long ago that Real Madrid lowered their asking price for Raphael Varane he said they was willing to accept around £52 million. And the other week, Man United offered Rafael Varane a salary that Real Madrid cannot match. It was €12 million a year, which equates to just over £10 million in pounds sterling. And he's been refusing a contract at Real Madrid. Fabrizio Romano said that not so long ago. Varane's current contract at Real Madrid expires next year. His contract talks with Real Madrid stalled a while ago. To be honest with you, is Varane leaving in this summer transfer window? Because obviously Sergio Ramos has left Real Madrid. Before the Euros, Varane spoke out on his future. Man United have held talks with Varane's representatives, and towards the end of last season, Real Madrid rejected a £40 million bid. I'd certainly prefer Varane over Sergio Ramos because Varane is much younger. But Varane and Sergio Ramos are two world-class centre-halves. We went in for Varane 10 years ago under the Sir Alex Ferguson era, but we didn't get him. And Woodward was prepared to sanction a £100 million move for him back in 2018. Varane's been a long-serving player at Real Madrid. He's been with them over 10 years now. He's made over 300 appearances in all competitions and he's won 18 major honours. But if Varane came to Man United, he'd complement Harry Maguire very, very well in our back line. Reports from Spain said that Sergio Ramos could secure a transfer to Man United this summer. Sergio Ramos broke down in tears in his farewell speech. Real Madrid officially confirmed that Sergio Ramos will leave as a free agent after 16 years. He'll officially leave on the 1st of July when his contract expires. Sergio Ramos won 22 major honours with Real Madrid and he scored 101 goals in 671 appearances in all competitions. Real Madrid paid €27 million for him from Sevilla back in 2005. Man United could sign Kieran Trippier in this summer transfer window. Now, we're refusing to pay any more than £20 million for Kieran Trippier. Sky Sports said yesterday that Atletico Madrid have set their asking price for Kieran Trippier. They want £43 million if they are to sell Trippier. Kieran Trippier's release clause is around £35 million. Now, we recently made a second bid for Kieran Trippier in the region of £21.5 million. We had an opening offer of £10 million rejected for Trippier. Man United's low bid for Trippier angered Atletico Madrid. Diego Simeone said not so long ago he's got no intentions of letting Kieran Trippier leave in this summer transfer window. Now, Trippier told his England teammates not so long ago that he wants to come to Man United and he has been house hunting in Manchester, so that's fueled speculation up. We was in for Trippier in the January transfer window, but we cooled our interest because Kieran Trippier got banned by FIFA for 8 weeks for breaching betting rules. The reason we want Trippier is because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's been unhappy with Wan-Bissaka's attacking output. Bissaka is the only recognised senior right back at Man United at the moment, so we need someone to come in to provide competition for him. I think Trippier's got like 2 years left on his current contract. Atletico Madrid paid £20 million for him from Tottenham. He's highly experienced, is the age of 30. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has already decided on his transfer targets. So we're looking to get a striker in, we're looking to get a right winger in, we're looking to get a defensive midfielder in, we're looking to get a centre half in, and we're looking to get a right back in. So Solskjaer said he wants to make around 4 signings or 5 signings in this summer transfer window in order for Man United to challenge for the Premier League title next season. And I'm convinced we can challenge for the title next season, providing that we recruit well in this summer transfer window. As you all know, the summer transfer window officially opened on the 9th of June, which was earlier on this month. This summer transfer window is Solskjaer's 5th transfer window as permanent Man United manager, and he is aware of how big this summer transfer window is for himself, because it's very imperative he gets the players he wants to recommend in. Just before the transfer window opened, it said Solskjaer had been given a 150 million transfer budget to buy around 4 or 5 new players. And I'm expecting Solskjaer to get the backing he deserves, because the board said they'll back Solskjaer with a new 3-year contract and summer signings despite the Europa League final loss. And Joe Glazer, don't forget, attended a fans forum on the 4th of June. It was his first attendance in like 15, 16 years, and he's promised Manchester United supporters that Solskjaer will get the available funds, so he's giving him financial backing. Obviously, a lot of United fans were protesting against the Glazers towards the end of last season. We recently had our financial results. Our debt has increased to 443.5 million, is it? It continues rising, does our debt. Now, we are going to offload players in this summer transfer window. The players I think we should offload David De Gea, because I reckon now De Gea has had his years at Manchester United. But not so long ago, it said that De Gea is convinced he'll stay at Man United and be Solskjaer's number 1 next season. Now, like updated you on my last video, Solskjaer's edging towards choosing Dean Henderson to be number 1 goalkeeper next season. I don't want us to sell Dean Henderson. It would be a bad mistake if we sold Dean Henderson. Really, really would. I think we need to loan Brandon Williams out. We need to offload Phil Jones. We need to get rid of Delors permanently. We need to get rid of Andres Pereira permanently. We need to get rid of Lingard permanently. But Lingard recently told Solskjaer in a meeting that he wants to stay at Man United. PSG have been in for Lingard. We sell Jesse Lingard, I reckon we get around £25 million for him. Lingard has a year left on his current contract. I think we need to offload Matic, we need to offload Van der Beek, we need to offload Juan Mata, and we need to offload Anthony Martial. There's a lot of players that will stay at Man United, and I reckon there's quite a few players that have got long-term futures at the club. But there is good players at Man United, and there's players that have really, really improved. Dean Henderson, he's a very, very good goalkeeper. He's obviously now our number 1. I think he got made our number 1 in February. He did well in a lot of the games he was in goal for last season. Luke Shaw, he's improved. He was our best player last season, was Luke Shaw. Shaw's had a good career at Man United despite his injuries. Shaw's been at the club now for like 7 years, and he still remains our first choice left back despite the arrival of Telles. Telles, I don't have much of a perception on him because he hasn't played much, has he? But in some of the games he's played in, he's been consistent as Alex Telles. When we got Telles last year, I expected him to be our first choice left back immediately. I think Eric Bailly, he's a very, very good centre-half, but my element of concern about Eric Bailly is too injury-prone, so in that aspect he is a liability. Eric Bailly signed the contract with Man United until 2024 with an option of a further year towards the end of last season. Bailly has been at the club now for like 5 years, got him for £30 million from Villarreal back in 2016. Harry Maguire is a decent centre-half. You know, he's had some good games at Man United. He's had some bad games. He was a big miss, though, towards the end of last season. Don't forget, Maguire had ligament damage in his ankle. Sustained the ankle injury in our 3-1 win against Villa. We overpaid for Maguire. We got him in a deal worth £80 million. He's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment and the second most expensive signing at the club behind Pogba. I think Wan-Bissaka is a good right-back, but he's got to show more in the final third. But there was some games last season where he did show some good attacking intent. He got in some good positions and he put good crosses into the box. Defensively, Wan-Bissaka has always been superb. Wan-Bissaka is one of the best right-backs we've had since Gary Neville. He's endured 2 full seasons at Man United. We got Bissaka in a deal worth £50 million from Palace in the summer of 2019. McTominay, he's a decent player, but he's nowhere near on that level where we want him to be at. Can he emulate that level? He needs more time. He's still young and he's got a lot of development in him. Just after the first lockdown last year, McTominay signed a 5-year contract. Fred, he's had good periods at Manchester United. He's not world class, is Fred. You know, we overpaid for Fred. We got him in a deal worth £52 million from Shakhtar Donetsk. Paul Pogba, like I said, he's improved. We've been getting the best out of him in recent months. Bruno Fernandes, obviously, he's very, very good as well. He's made a difference in this team. Bruno Fernandes is our best player, and he's probably the best signing we have made since Ferguson retired. Fernandes has been at Manchester United now for a good 17-18 months, is it? In a lot of games at Man United he's been consistent, but there's also been quite a few games where he has looked off the pace. But we have overplayed him. Not so long ago, Fernandes won Player of the Year. He's won Player of the Month quite a few times, reflecting on his good performances. Towards the end of last season, it said that Bruno Fernandes is set to sign a new contract worth £200,000 a week, so he says we're willing to double his wages. Fernandes admitted he's been happy with the progress of Solskjaer's team. Fernandes' current contract expires in 2025. There's an option of a further 12 months. We got Fernandes in a deal worth, just over £67 million. He predominantly plays as number 10. You know, I think Mason Greenwood's been an absolute revelation since he broke into our senior squad. Despite him going a long time without scoring a goal, he signed a 4-year contract last season. He deserved a new contract though, reflecting on his good performances. Made his senior debut for us in 2019 and he's been a United player since the age of 7, so he's been part of the club for a long time. Sometimes we play Greenwood on the right, sometimes we play him up top. Was it before the start of last season we gave him that number 11 shirt? Marcus Rashford is a good player, but he's endured quite a few bad periods. I thought Rashford was poor towards the end of last season and he's become injury prone at Man United because he's sustained a few injuries now. We need to keep Marcus Rashford out on the left because that's where he's more effective. I don't like him on the right. I don't really like him up top, but he's produced some good performances when he's played centrally. And Cavani, he's made a fantastic impact as well. and I'm glad he's staying for next season. Obviously, Romano confirmed towards the end of last season that Cavani signed a 1-year contract. And Amad Diallo Traore, he looks a good asset for the first team squad. We got Amad Diallo Traore in a deal worth £37 million from Atlanta. With obviously add-ons and that included, we paid like £19 million up front. So there you go. And like I said, next season is going to be massive for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think he is aware of that. You know, next season will be Solskjaer's third full season, because he's enjoyed 2 full seasons at the moment. I'd say next season Solskjaer's got to win a trophy if he is to remain Man United manager. Solskjaer's not yet won a trophy, and we haven't won a trophy since 2017. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. I'm expecting Solskjaer to be sacked at some point next season. If we start off next season badly, then I think the pressure will be on him. If we do decide to sack Solskjaer eventually, who's going to come in to replace him? Solskjaer is our 4th permanent manager since Ferguson. I think he's our best manager though since Ferguson. I didn't expect Solskjaer to do as well as he has done. You've got to say he's done a good job to say the current squad he was left with when he got appointed in as Man United manager. He's been in charge of Man United now for 30 months, which is over 2 years. Solskjaer has, under a year left on the current 3-year contract he signed when he got the job permanently back in March 2019. I think we are making a mistake giving him this new 3-year contract, because I can assure he won't see it out, and I think a lot of United fans will agree with me on that aspect. Solskjaer is not the long-term manager for Manchester United, but I am Ollie in at the moment, and I think there's quite a lot of United fans that are Ollie in, but there's also been United fans that have been demanding Ollie out. Obviously, they've got their reasons behind it. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you for today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.